Pilipinas ay isang arkipelago na mayaman sa kultura. Ang mga Pilipino noon, bago pa man dumating ang mga Kastila, ay mayroon ng sariling paraan ng pamumuhay at pakikipagkalakalan. Si Lapu-Lapu at Raja Sulaiman ay ang mga kauna-unahang Pilipinong nag-isa laban sa pananakop ng mga Kastila. Isa na rito si Miguel Lopez de Legazpi na ipinadala pa ng Espanya. Gamit ang krus at espada, nasakop ng Espanyol ang Pilipinas at kinilang sinunog ang mga diyos-diyosan ng mga Pilipino.
We will stand tall and proud, símbolo del may Spanish technical superiority against your ignorance. Last of all, we will let these England natives build their park. You lazy people will not be the ones in heaven. Who told you to us? Get up and join the others at the top of the wall.
Ang kaalaman, ang matayog at matibay na loob ng Intramuros ay tinayo ng mga manggagawang Pilipino na nagpakahirap sa pagbuo ng infrastruktura habang sila'y pinahihirapan ng mga praireng Kastila. At nabuo ang Intramuros.
De las artes, literatura, arkitektura. Yan ang mga asignaturang ipinakilala sa atin ng mga Kastila.
Galyon ay isang uri ng pakikipagpalitan ng produkto gamit ang malalaking barko na tinatawag na galyon na nag-aangkat ng produkto mula sa iba't ibang bansa.
As the bodies of valiant individuals who had beaten two great powers in their naval element washed up on the shore, all lives may be based on the altars of those who have not been. The Chinese who played a central role in the gods were called Chinese.
Ang mga Pilipino ay likas na makadiyos at masining. Naipapakita nila ito sa pamamagitan ng pag-awit at pagsamba.
Restore the power of the real chiefs of Tondo! The mutiny of Hermano Today. Defend the Christian Brotherhood of the Tagalos! Gabriela Sila Intramuros.
Stop the abuses of the Spanish of Pedro!
Francisco Maniaco in Pampa. Their 200 pesos debt to our people! To take on arms in one of the longest rebellions in our history. Far down in the south, Sultan Kudarat inspired the chiefs to resist the lure of the colonizers. A boy was born to a family in Cloma-Lopez. His name was Hussein Alonso Rizal AVP.
Ang kapanganakan ng bunsong si Jose sa pamilya Mercado noong 1861 ay ang nagpasimula ng panibagong pag-asa para sa bansang Pilipinas.
Namulat si Jose sa kaharasan ng mga praileng Kastila. Isa sa mga nagmulat sa kanya ay ang pagkabitay sa 3 paring martir, ang kumpulsa.
Prominent civilians, including lawyers and businessmen, were also arrested, some of them exiled abroad, about 13 of them executed by firing squad. It sent a clear message to the influential and educated Filipinos. Rizal lived in peace and dignity. His mind forged in the cauldron of new political and scientific thought. He was treated as an equal and respected by some of the greatest scientists and intellectuals, and stood head and shoulders above needing your freedom as a Spanish citizen. Unlike the Spanish subjects of Cuba, Filipino voices could not be heard. They were a nation under occupation.
Kultura na kinamulatan ng Rizal nang siya'y nasa Europa. Malaya niyang naipapahayag ang kanyang saloobin.
Exposed the abuses of foreigners, lobbied for Filipinos' rights as loyal subjects of Spain, and defended the culture and the dignity of the Filipinos. Clearly, what 3 centuries of colonial rule had done to the psyche of a once noble people and the mental walls sang his own name to his work, firm and proud. An act of courage.
Ni Rizal ang kanyang kauna-unahang nobela na magsisiwalat ng kamalian ng mga Espanyol. Ito ay ang Noli ni Tangere.
The 2 novels expose the injustice of the Spanish authorities trying to turn back the tide. They ordered the books burned and its freedom. Muy peligroso! This message destroys the name of the Spanish Empire. Order these books to be burned immediately. It was. We should not be a victim of anyone. It's time to wake up from our sleep. The secret organization known as the Katipunan. Aware that he faced almost certain arrest, Rizal left Europe in 1892 to return home and face the consequences.
O ang kataas-taasang kagalang-galangang katipunan ng mga anak ng bayan.
He designed a progressive curriculum to educate each student to take responsibility for his own actions. But Senor Rizal, I believe that the revolution will break out prematurely, even without having arms. A revolution without arms should never be started against the...
Ang pag-aaklas sa iba't ibang bahagi ng Pilipinas.
Tore up their tax certificates, raised their blades, and proclaimed the end of Spanish rule. Parched by the loss of freedom and justice, the power of popular unrest and On September 1896, just across the bay from Intramuros, Filipino forces, led by Emilio Aguinaldo and Jose Pablo, attacked the Spanish blockade at Muros. returned to East, longing to be alive. The next day, a force of Spanish soldiers arrived from Cuba under Brigadier General Rizal AVP. The Spanish authorities conducted the entire trial in a single day. It imposed the only verdict acceptable to the colonial regime, the sentence of death. La sentencia es muerte.
Ang paglilitis kay Rizal na nagresultas ng kanyang pagkakakulong at pagtitiis sa bilangguan.
I am not afraid to die. One light snuffed out, one conflagration ignited. I only hope my death will awaken minds and embolden hearts to tear down the walls, not repeat the Spanish folly of building walls around it. Let me walk to my death with dignity. Of his life and his nephew were permitted to see it. He whispered something in his sister's ear.
Maluwag na tinanggap ni Jose Rizal ang kanyang nalalapit na pagpanaw. Nagsimula na ang marcha ng kanyang kamatayan mula sa Fort Santiago hanggang dumating sa Bagong Bayan. Ating bayan ay binaril kasabay ang pagsikat ng araw, kasabay ang pagsikat ng pag-asa. Lahat ng Pilipino ay lubusang nagdadalamhati sa pagkawala ng isang taong lubusang minamahal ang kanyang bayan at minahal ng kanyang kababayan. Ito ang nagpasimula sa pagkamit ng ating kalayaan. Mabuhay Rizal! Mabuhay Bansang Pilipinas!
The first republic.
Sa bawat pagsikat ng araw at sa paglubog nito, hindi na natin malilimutan ang mga kontribusyon ni Rizal sa kalayaang tinatamasa natin ngayon.